I'm Camille with 30 Day Singer, and I'm back with 3 more tips to save you years in your singing journey. 1, fixing your breath isn't a cure-all. Nearly every beginning singer I work with thinks that something is wrong with the way they breathe, whether or not they're experiencing difficulties related to breath management. They just assume they're not doing it right. So let me reassure you, if your method of breathing is working for you, you're doing it right. Singers and voice teachers like different methods because bodies are different. So there isn't just one breath management strategy everyone should use. But if you're curious, I'll give you a quick overview of what works for me and what I like to teach. Start with tall, confident posture, shoulders relaxed down, chest comfortably lifted. Soften your belly so it can move freely when you breathe. And begin by inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Imagine there's a balloon filling with air inside your belly. Your rib cage, belly, and even back should expand on each inhale. Now place your hand on your low belly, below your belly button, and one hand on your ribs and feel what's happening. Drop your mouth open and breathe in and out through your mouth. Now exhale on a hiss and notice what happens with those muscles. When you're out of air, that's fine. Doesn't have to last forever. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. It'll really help us out. If you want to know more about improving your voice in less time, head to 30daysinger.com/save-more-years for step-by-step video lessons on vocal technique and much more. Try your best to describe that feeling or action. For me, I feel expansion and then suspension, like my muscles gently engage to stay in that expanded position. Eventually, as I use my air, I feel my low belly slowly drawing inward. You might feel something similar or not. Notice and describe whatever you feel as long as it feels natural and not like you're trying to hold your breath or exert a lot of effort. Try to keep that feeling of gentle engagement when you exhale on a hum. So you can start with the hiss, or you can try a pulsing he, feeling that very gentle engagement. So don't get me wrong on this first tip, breath is important, and this may feel a little different, certainly more intentional than the way you breathe when you're just speaking. The demands of singing are greater than that of speaking because we use a single breath for a longer time, and we vary the amount of breath we use depending on the pitch and the intensity. Without some mindful connection to our abdominal muscles, we might underengage, leading the throat to work harder to control the airflow, or we might overengage, squeezing our bellies when we try to sing intensely or when we feel like we're running out of air. But air is just the first step in the singing process. Air passes through your vibrating vocal folds, so how your vocal folds come together is really important. And then your sound wave travels through your mouth and your throat, so how you shape your resonators is also important. And what's really cool is that it's a more complex system than just point A to B to C. What you do at each step can impact the others that came before. The main takeaway is there's more to singing than just breath management, and it can be really frustrating to encounter an issue that adjustments to your breath strategy don't solve. So if you feel good about your breathing but have issues that feel overwhelming or unsolvable, consider training with a different configuration or warm-up syllable to get your vocal folds together in a different way. Consider singing on a different vowel as well, as your vowel choice has a huge impact on tone quality, registration, and more. My second tip, you can learn from different sources, but simplicity helps in the beginner phase. I love learning from fellow voice teachers with different teaching styles and specialties. And you should know that no single teacher knows everything or is the best at teaching every aspect of singing. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, so I do encourage you to learn from a variety of folks, take what's beneficial for you, and leave what's not. However, this tactic requires some discernment that the average beginner might not have. How do you know what's going to be beneficial? How long do you stick with a specific warm-up or technique before moving on? How do you know if a teacher is any good? As a starting point, I do look for credentials, meaning education and teaching experience. I listen to what a teacher says, and a little red flag raises if they say something I know to be false, or something that conflicts with advice from the majority of other good teachers I know. And I try out their tips and exercises. If it does what they say it'll do, or if I can envision that it will accomplish its purpose given enough time and repetition, then that's a green flag. Again, this does take time and effort on your part. So if you're a beginner and you've found a teacher you like and respect, it may be worth sticking with them for a while just so you don't get overwhelmed with all the advice out there. Then when you feel like you're on solid ground, you can begin exploring and taking from other teachers' toolkits too. And my third tip, think When singers want to improve their tone quality, the solution almost always involves the vowel. Fellow teacher John Henney is very obsessed with the vowel, and I've learned a lot from him on the magic of this shape. When you make an sound, and please do try it now, you have a good amount of space in your mouth and throat. Space, especially in your throat, contributes to a richer, fuller tone, which many singers want. And balance between your mouth and throat space contributes to greater ease, especially with medium-high notes and transitioning from low to high, which most singers do struggle with. You can begin experimenting with the vowel by inhaling an shape, and then singing on a syllable with like mum or bub. Mum, 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 mum. Bub, 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 bub. The goal is to maintain that open, relaxed space when you sing. I recommend just sighing on first. So you can hear the difference in tone quality and feel what that's like. Try this with me on a short exercise. We're inhaling first and then walking down. Bub, 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 or mum, 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 mum. You can try both, see what feels more stable. Inhale, slow. Bub, 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 bub. Walking up. Inhale, slow. Bub, 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 bub. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.